in Scotland. It's freezing, and I'm about to get in the Atlantic Ocean for another paddle. Some might say, living the dream. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 18 of the Great British Paddle. A huge thank you for following this journey so far. I hope you're enjoying it. It's getting tougher, as you can imagine, by the day. And this week we thought we'd give you a little insight into what's going on inside my mind and how things have been going in the team and out on the water. What we're experiencing now is lots of days where we need to dig deep, we need to grit our teeth, and we need to sort of reignite that fire in our belly every day that keeps us moving forward. From a morale perspective, it's really important to keep moving every day. When you're sat around for 2 or 3 days, it becomes really frustrating, and then I start to see the cracks appearing in my own sort of psychological resilience. I start questioning my reasons, and maybe I should be back home with my family, my daughter, the whole team, both onshore and offshore, feeling the pressure, especially out at sea with the COVID-19 restrictions everywhere. We spend a lot of time at anchor, at moorings. We can't go ashore. We have limited food supplies, we have limited water supplies, meaning people can't get a proper wash and a shower daily. Perhaps maybe I underestimated the challenge and the magnitude of it. I thought probably very naively that I'd be able to paddle most days, and that isn't always the case. But we've come up with a new strategy now, and as Max, our skipper, calls it, it's micro paddling, where we go out and we do short, sharp windows. Maybe we only get an hour, but we've been taking our chances recently, and I'm delighted that we're getting rewarded for that. But the conditions up here are brutal. No 2 days are ever the same. Really tough out on the water. The winds are stronger than they've ever been in the Great British Paddle. Of course, we're off the west coast of Scotland, approaching winter. It's never going to be easy. And there's obviously a reason why it's never been done before successfully. We're in territory now that nobody has been before. So it'll be very interesting to see how I cope, how the project, the expedition team copes. Because we are making history with every paddle stroke now, and that's something that we're all very proud of as well. It is incredibly tough, by far the toughest thing that I've ever had to do. And the reality is there's still a very long way to go. We're only just over halfway. My body is really feeling the physical effects now of the task. I in pain quite often daily. I try to put it to the back of my mind, but it is really taking its toll on the body. But what I have to remember is the country, the world is going through a global pandemic now, so tough times for everybody. But I also have to remember at the forefront of my mind that every time I move a little bit further through Scotland means we're building a bit more towards that school and getting our mission complete. Today is Remembrance Day. It's the 11th of November, so it's really important that as a nation we pause, reflect and remember the sacrifices made by so many people, both in the First, Second World Wars, all the conflicts since then, and obviously modern day conflicts like Iraq and Afghanistan. I certainly lost many friends, colleagues, heroes in those conflicts, so for me it's a very important time to pay my respects with the rest of the nation. So we're currently passing the Isle of Mull over on our left hand side, and behind me there you can just see the Isle of Lismore. And just in the distance up that way is the route to Fort William and into the Caledonian Canal. And for those of you who are in the paddleboard community, you may remember two very inspiring females in Cal Manger and Fiona Quinn. And that would be the route that they would have taken up to John O'Groats, which of course, if that's your final destination, that is the quickest and the advised route. So we're going northwest up towards Tobermory, out to the northwest coast of Scotland. Very much into uncharted territory now. Not many people, if any, have taken this route, and certainly not round the top. So we'll see how we get on. Another day, another paddle. I never get used to putting on a cold, wet wetsuit. But the weather looks good today. Light winds. Good for paddling, so we're going to go round the most westerly point in the United Kingdom on the mainland, which is quite exciting. We're here in Tobermory. Positive day coming.
big milestone today. This is Ardnam Merkin, which is the most westerly point on the British mainland, and Jordan has just paddled past it.